I'm working on my telephone. I don't know if it's working or not. Hi, T. Lee. I'm trying to Restream changed a bunch of stuff. I'm glad you came on here. Uh, had a little bit of stuff to talk about. Uh, but no, I'm trying to get this thing to work. Restream changed. Uh, I'll wait till a couple people gets in here. I keep on trying to drop this link. It's already knocked me off 3 times. I don't know if that's because I didn't come on the last few days or what's doing it. Uh, but yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to keep Restream up. Uh, I'm gonna have to get that off of there. Every time I touch something, what's the Rob having a hard time? Anything I touch, it just freaking gets rid of everything. Yeah, I went bye-byes all right. Well, I'll hold the link again. There it goes. Now it's gonna work. Okay. Yeah, now it's gonna work. Thank you, Lord. Uh, I don't know if everybody's got my notifications, but I'm gonna wait here a few minutes. Hi, T. Lee.
Hey, dude, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm tired.
You're tired? I'm tired too. I did get one thing done for the show. I did get T. Lee's cup sent out.
Ooh, thank you.
Uh, but I hope she don't think they're all garbage because I had to make a whole bunch of paper balls and I stuck around it. I said, I hope she don't think they're garbage.
No, see, I'm from the South. We looked through all that.
I, s- but but no, our weather's been pretty good lately. We've been getting a shower here and there. Uh, you got any vegetables planted?
Yeah, I planted a few. I'm not working, so we only got one income coming in, so I only planted a few vegetables.
Yeah,
And then today I went looking for some trees. The trees I wanted were like 200 and some odd dollars, they were way up.
yeah. Uh,
And I went, oh wow, I went, let's see, 10 miles away and then added another 10, came back home, went 55 miles away to a nursery that didn't have any trees at all. Was on my way back home and I stopped at these two nurseries and
yeah.
a town above me about 23 miles away. And these two nurseries had two of the trees I was looking for.
Well, that's good.
I
Do you got
spent
a Tractor Supply or Rural King Air?
a Tractor Supply, yeah.
They carry a lot of different trees.
Oh man, no. I wouldn't buy a tree at Tractor Supply up here at all. No,
Yeah, they got a lot of.
I went to Tractor Supply to see if they had trees that I was looking for. And they
Yeah,
did. To Okay, I was looking for actually a pink or red dogwood.
yeah.
Tractor
How do I?
Supply had two dogwoods and they were both dead. I was like, yeah, not doing that.
Yeah, but no, I got some fruit trees off of them. Got some pear trees off of them a few years ago, and then I got some grapevines off of them. I got three grapevines, and they just growed out of sight. I mean, you can't even. They produce so many, it's just hard to keep up with. Uh, I got my first tomato on in my greenhouse. Uh,
Wow.
Here with my tomato.
Wow,
Some of
that's
my
nice.
tomato plants. Some of my tomato plants in my greenhouse is 2 and 3 feet tall. They're growing good. Uh, these carports you get, uh, like I said, this one here's all salvage and pull thing noodles around on the pipes and put plastic over it. And I can grow enough in this. Oh no, it's about 12 by 10 or 12 by 8. I can grow enough vegetables in here. You can't even keep up with it.
No, you can't. Hey,
And
Edna. Hey, Irvin. Hey, Lily J. Sissy K, good to see you.
but no, I wanted to come on here and tell everybody because I've been asking everybody if they got a hold of Lily J, and Miss Blue Moon did get her address and sent it to me, and I got that stuff sent out to her. I just wanted everybody to know it. If they see her, tell her cups are in the. If anybody sees her, tell her her cups are on the way.
Oh, Larry, I think you can. Hey, Larry. I thought I saw her here. I can't make this move up and down, so the
But
chat is saying
yeah,
to me.
I know she was having a rough time, and that's what I said. I would try to get them cups out to her because I told her I'd get them out to her as soon as I got her address. Hi, Lori C. But
Well, I got my 3 gardens cleaned out and planted. And I'm one of those types of gardeners who just plants. She don't care where she puts it. Now I
Edna
got stuff
does that.
coming up. I have no idea what it is.
Well, you'll find out when it gets tall enough.
Yeah.
That's like in our garden, I had organic seeds and stuff in there from last year, and they're all coming up all over the place. And I was like, man, they're just shooting up, and I just been picking some of them up and replanting them and putting them in rows. But some of them, I got some cucumber plants and different things coming up from where they was planted last year.
I have never had that up here. Not even a cherry tomato. Oh, I take that back. Cherry tomatoes did come up. They just never got big enough to eat. Hey, Miss Blue Moon, how you doing, honey?
I miss Blue Moon. But no, I got some uh, cherry tomatoes. I tell you what, I never have to plant a cherry tomato in my life. As many, it comes up in one spot. I ain't planted cherry tomatoes probably for a few years. And heck, I got one certain spot that I plant cherry tomatoes, and they just come up everywhere.
Not me. I planted them. Well, this is the first year I planted one since I guess it had been 5 or 6 years ago. I planted one, and the very next year the plant would come up, but it would never get big enough to put a cherry on it. So I was like, all right, won't be doing that no more. Because, down south, you plant a cherry tomato and voila, you got tomatoes. You don't have to
Yeah.
replant them babies. But not up here.
Uh, the other night I showed those turkeys on David's that I got from Tractor Supply about 3 or 4 months ago. Them freaking turkeys are growing fast.
Yeah.
I can't believe how big they're growing. But we got a lot of coons here, and they tried to kill the chickens. And I said, you just need to have somebody catch all these coons.
I don't even try to grow chickens up here. Um for one thing, if we put something on the land like a chicken house, even if it's mobile, you put it on wheels and you can move it around the yard, they still tax you for that. They'll tax
Yeah.
they'll tax you for a greenhouse, and to me, it's just not worth it.
Well, the tiny house I built my mom to get her out of a nursing home, it's 14 by 20, and it's 2 stories. Everybody says, "Oh, that's no tiny house." It's a tiny house. If you see how small her rooms are, but she really likes it, like I said. But it's mobile. It's got beams under it, but when the auditor came, he's like, well, you got electric and water in there. I said, yeah. And he said, well, I got to tax you $200 for that tiny house. But I guess that's better than, it could have been $500 or $700, but
Now, is that
$200.
is that every year or is that
Yeah,
just
that's every year.
yeah? See, that's ridiculous.
But it's on skids so it can be moved. But where it has power and water, they're charging me $200 for it a year. So that ain't too bad. But they shouldn't charge anything.
Exactly.
And you know these, it's made something like when you go to True Value or Ace Hardware or Carter's Lumber, got all these like outbuildings. It's made something like that, but they charge you for them. But
Yeah.
you don't find out till the auditor comes. They'll tell you they won't charge you, but they do.
Oh, yeah. That's why I haven't really. I live in a trailer, which is 14 by 80.
Yeah,
And when we moved up here, we had to downsize because we were living in a double wide 3 bedroom trailer. Okay. Well, they don't call it a trailer anymore. I think they call it a modular home or something like that. Anyway, when we moved up here, we had to downsize. So I still have a lot of things from down in Texas. And most of it is my crafts, which I've added to the plus, there's
yeah,
I kept some of the kids' stuffed toys that I just could not get rid of. Um, just things like that. I really need to get a shed and put heat to it and electricity to it so I can move all my craft and all this other crap into it.
yeah. Uh,
But that ain't never gonna happen.
well, that's like with the trailers and houses. Everybody say they don't pay taxes on them trailers. Yes, they do. They're a totally different tax.
Oh yeah.
People don't realize they do pay trailers taxes. You got a little sticker on your thing, and you take it to your uh, courthouse, and that's how you pay your taxes on your trailer. But yeah, a lot of people don't think you have to pay. There's Lily J. Hi, Lily J. When you get those cups, they're in the mail now. Don't throw them away. Yeah, like I said, she'll think it's Christmas because I wrapped them in Christmas paper. Yeah, I didn't have much to wrap them in. I was like, I gotta wrap these good enough so they don't break. I think I had like 22 of them cups I made up, and the only one I gotta call it broke is one I sent to Canada. But that's pretty good out about 20 cups.
Yeah. That's really good
Uh,
actually.
yeah, but it's like when I sent remotes and stuff package out to Canada. I can't believe how much it costs to send out of state or out of the country.
Oh yeah, it's like twice as much.
It was like $80 or $90 when I sent candidate patriots and remote stuff out a piece. It was like 80 some dollars, 90. I was like, man, that's
Oh
high.
wow. Wow.
Uh,
That's even more than what
yeah, I
I mean,
had 85.
I thought maybe $30 at the most, but $80? Wow.
But that's like that flag that I send out to Irvin. You know that thing cost 230 or $240 to send that to him. I was like, man, that was outrageous. And
I'd say.
that was in the States. But it was a really nice flag. But yeah, I told Miss Blue Moon, I said, I don't think we need to send anything out of state no more. I said it cost outrageous to send anything out. Uh Boy, that's terrible about them truck drivers, ain't it?
I'm sorry, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
About them truck drivers, the way they're all freaking splitting up now. Did you see that big rally where I guess the owner or the representatives took off with all the money and then split them all up?
No, I don't watch the news because if I did, I'd be mad all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, I heard bits and pieces of it and I was like, man, that is a mess. But but yesterday I did get to put my boat in the water, and me and Katie and Alan and Michael and all of us, we went out on the boat and we caught a few fish yesterday. That was pretty interesting.
Larry, read that last message from Lily J. Can you not see it?
No.
She says, Larry, I will reimburse you for shipping. Thank you.
Oh no, don't worry about it. No, hers wasn't very much. No, don't worry about that. I promised you I'd send those to you. No, don't worry about it. But But no, I don't want anybody to send anything. I was just telling everybody how much it costs to send anything out of state, or out of the United States to send it to Canada. I just couldn't believe how much it costs to send stuff to Canada.
I can't believe
But,
it was $80. I mean, wow.
and that's like all the truck drivers that was up there. I don't even know where they even went. You never hear any more about it.
Well, that's true. You don't.
Yeah, you don't hear nothing about it. But but no, it's almost hay season here. Our hay's getting tall.
Don't look at me. I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to that. I just pay attention to what I got in my yard and what's going on in my yard, and that's it. I
Yeah,
don't. I haven't even paid attention to see whether or not they planted corn yet. You know.
yeah.
I know. I did notice on my travels today that there is, without a doubt, a lot of people leaving New York. I went by so many empty houses, and you can tell they're empty because there's nothing in the windows, there's no shades, nothing. Grass is tall in the yard, no, nothing outside, like toys or not even a garden. They're gone. And
Is that
I can't imagine everybody just leaving like that.
is that because the fuel prices, or
It's mostly because Miss Blue Moon says fix your hair. um, it's mostly because fuel prices, taxes. I mean, even though we don't have Cuomo anymore, thank you God, we
yeah,
got this other crazy woman in there now who is just as bad, if not worse, than Cuomo, if you can believe that. But taxes went up, from what I understand. I don't know how much they're going to be this year.
Well, that's our taxes. They went up $300, and I was practically flipping out when I went to the freaking courthouse, and I was like, "Why is it so much higher?" And then started going house to house to neighbors, and I was like, "How much is your school tax?" I said, "They're charging me $350 for the school tax," and they said, "Mine's $25." No one said mine's 75. And it's like, why is everybody's school prices higher and lower and higher? I mean, shouldn't they be the same?
They should, I would think.
You think everybody be paying the same? It's like my father-in-law, he had more ground than I got, and he was only paying like 150, and I was paying 325.
Wow.
And that's like we live on a county road, and okay, every vehicle you get, you have to pay $10 for extra for living on this road. And then when you go to get your license plates, you pay another $10 or $20 for your license plates. And then at the tax time, you pay another $25. But I mean, just for like the township that we live in, they get everybody. And I said that everybody else around us don't have to pay that. And she's like, "Well, we got street cleaning." I said, "Well, how much street cleaning you gonna do on a dirt road? You might put some gravel down. That's about it."
Yeah, and they try not to do that.
No, our roads practically gets pretty muddy. Ain't no use buying a new car. It'd be tore up in a year. So you've been getting along pretty good.
Yeah, things have been tight, but yeah, everything's pretty good.
I'd say they're getting ready to do another scare tactic on everybody when they start yelling about the monkeypox.
Yeah, they've been yelling about that and smallpox going around again.
Hi, book girl. But no, I just think they're planning on spooking everybody again because I seen they was saying mask, mask, mask. But
I'm not wearing a mask anymore. I'm done with it.
yeah,
It was stupid to begin with because it didn't help.
no, and
And
that's like
smallpox, they tried that before. Mask didn't help then either.
But I was at the grocery store, or actually at Walmart, and I was getting some new life jackets for the boat, and I was like, two old men came up talking to me, and he's like, "Oh, you're Larry Pete on YouTube." And I was like, "Yeah," and he said, but anyway, he got talking about it, and he's like, we had that in the 40s and 70s, and I was like, "You did?" And he said, "Yeah." He said they tried to do that back in. He said they know about what's going on. He said that's your government.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's what that old man was a veteran, and I thanked him for his service and stuff, but he was missing both legs from. He was a gunner or something on the back of an airplane.
Yeah.
But very nice old man. Yeah, very nice. But I'll tell you what, it's hard to find nice people anymore. Just to have conversation with.
Who are you calling nice, Larry?
You're
Not me.
nice, aren't you? You're nice.
Oh, you're just a little nutty there, Larry. But that's okay.
What?
You still like
You
you.
ain't nice?
Nope, I'm not nice.
Oh, I figured there's some nice people on here. Even if it is the internet.
Well, some of us are just crazy, right, Larry?
Yeah. You know, that's like everywhere I go, everybody's like, heck, do you know any strangers? I said, yeah, I said, but I still try to have conversation with them because you don't know what everybody's day's like. Everybody's
Well,
day's different.
I've got an older brother. You take this man out anywhere, and he can talk to strangers. But you get him in a room full of his brothers and sisters, and that man will sit in a chair and not say a word. Drives
Yep.
me,
Judge you nuts.
yeah. I'm
But,
already nutty enough, but dang, that just, that's just crazy.
yeah. Hi, Urban. But, yeah, like I said, I wanted to come on here and tell Lily J that I did get those sent out. I tell you
Well,
what, it's keeping me busy just mowing grass.
yeah, the guy that mows our grass was saying something about that yesterday. Saw him. Now, my next door neighbor, I had to go to Dollar General, and that's where he was. And he was saying grass is need mowing again. I'm like, didn't you just mow it?
Well, it rained. It rained here the other day, and after it rained, it dried off, and then I mowed it. And heck, like a day and a half later, I had to mow it again. And Miss Blumen, she's like, "Didn't you just mow?" And I said, "Yeah," I said, "but it's 4 or 5 inches tall already again because we've been getting rain and sunshine." And she goes, "I hope you don't have to weed eat." I said, "I don't weed eat every time. I weed eat, and then I skip a week, and then I weed eat again."
My son, a couple years ago, um, right after he started working for this big company. Well, it's not really big, but it's big to him because it was like his third job or something like that. Anyway, um, he bought me a walk behind lawnmower. And I tell you what, that is, well, no, it's not a lawnmower, it's a weed eater, a walk behind weed eater, and I love it. I love it.
Uh, my father-in-law's got a Black and Decker cordless weed eater, and it does really good for a battery-operated weed eater. I couldn't believe how good it worked, but he loves
I,
that thing.
I never had a battery operated uh, weed eater. I have had, and this is the craziest thing. I would go out and buy a weed eater in the spring, and by the fall, I would never be able to find it. I could not find it around this house. Now, this happened several times, like, you know, 3 years in a row. So the last year that I bought a weed eater, I put it in the house so nobody could get it. And you know what? That stupid thing still ended up somewhere and I still can't find it. I'm
Don't
like,
feel bad. I always do that.
I'm like, who in their right mind is just going to come in and steal a weed eater? Who?
It's hard to tell. Usually, if I buy like a hammer or something, I better buy two or three of them. because I end
No,
up putting them all over the place, and then I still have a hard time finding that.
well, the thing that grows legs around here, and that's razor blades, box cutters, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It grows legs and walks off, and I can never find it. Hang on a minute, I gotta go get something to drink.
Oh, you're fine. Lori C, Sissy K, thank you for coming over here. Uh, I just wanted to let everybody know that Lily J's cups was sent out. And I showed tomatoes. They're behind me. They're really getting big. Over here's some of the chickens.
Okay, I'm
But,
back.
but yeah, if we look. It looks like we're gonna get some rain.
Yeah, we're supposed to get some rain. The two trees that I bought today I decided to wait until after it rains because this clay is easier to play in then. So
Uh, boy, my cows are all doing really good on this new pasture that I put them in. I only got like 7 more calves to come, and all our calving's done.
how many cows do you have?
Big cows. I got one bull here, one big bull, and then there's 22 cows, and then we got 14 feeder calves now. They're just little baby calves. We got 14 of them, and then that's all I got here at the house. And then I farm with the other boy, and we got cows on other farm. And I think all the total about maybe 105.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's why I said it. It makes it hard for me some like nights to come home to do a live because the time we and it's harder even in the summer because we're trying to get hay in. And then when you get in, you're like, man, I don't feel like going live. But I like getting on here just to talk to people, like, just to have conversation because you ain't talked to very many people through the week. That's that's one thing I like about in the country. You can practically do what you want, but you don't have to deal with people. But I like talking to different people.
Well, I think everybody likes talking to different people.
Well, some people they're like, well, I can't stand to talk talk to anybody. They're like, just text me, but I like talking. I don't know.
I'd rather talk than text.
Me too. I can't keep up with it.
Oh, I can. It's just I prefer speaking because then you hear what a person is
Yeah,
meaning, whereas you can text from somebody, they're meaning one thing and you're reading it another way, and you're going, "Excuse me? I think you better explain."
uh,
So,
something that's really high here, and I don't know if everybody else's is, but like how people's got junk laying around their houses and junk cars and stuff. Uh,
yep.
our our junk
Oh, yeah.
prices really high.
You mean to take it in to exchange
Yeah,
it for money? It's
yeah,
higher than what it was 3 months ago.
yeah. It's like $200 or $300 a ton.
Oh, wow.
So if you got a wrecked car, you're getting $400 to $500 out of it.
Oh, now they're still giving you $100.
Oh, not here. I was like, man, I got a boy out the road. He hauls. I used to haul all the time on the weekends, haul junk, and every day I could pull $1,000 every day, and just pulling like 2 or 3 cars in.
Wow.
But it went down last winter, so I quit doing it. But in the last few months, my son's been saving some stuff, and but he wrecked our pickup truck months ago, and I was looking for a body for it, and I was like, well, if I don't find a body pretty soon, I'm gonna take it in for junk. Especially you get
Hmm.
about 500 for it.
That would almost be worth taking some down to Pennsylvania for. I mean,
Uh,
considering the fact we're an hour and a half away, 2 hours away from the Pennsylvania line. Almost any way you look at it, So, yeah, that would almost be worth it.
uh, my friend that usually comes on here, uh, Pop Control or Marty or whatever you want to call him. He's actually from GA, and he says that junk goes up there real high too in Pennsylvania.
Well,
But
aren't
he
you in Pennsylvania?
no, I'm Ohio.
Ah,
I'm I'm Ohio, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. You might as well say I'm right on the borderline.
okay. Then
Yeah,
you're
I
about
can.
6 hours away from where I live in New York,
Uh,
upper state New York.
yeah. Uh, like right now, I can. In 15 minutes, I can be in West Virginia, and 30 minutes, I can be in Pennsylvania. I mean, we're right where I'm sitting. I can be about anywhere. I'm just
My
right on.
sister, yeah, you would be 4 to 6 hours away from here because my sister lived in West Virginia somewhere. I think it was. Could have been Virginia. I'm not sure. It's a couple of years back, um, like 7 years since she's lived there. Um, we went down there once, and it was like a 6 hour drive. But then again, I got lost too, because at that time, you had that little thing in the window.
I
Um,
know GPS.
GPS, yes, that was it. And it would take you. I ended up on a dirt road. It wasn't gravel road. It was a dirt road just on the other side, across the line in Pennsylvania. So I didn't even know where I was at, and I was like, "Excuse me." I was not a happy camper.
That's like me and my friend that I farm with. He called me because see, we got Blondie Aquatine. That's how you say our cattle, Blondie Aquatine. But anyway, he's like Larry. He said we through the blonde meeting we sold some cattle, and he's like, "You wanna go with me?" He said, "We'll just put it in the GPS and uh, we'll haul those cattle down there." It was right before winter, and I was like, "Sure, I'll go." He's like, well, you can stay with me and we can get an early start on it. Well, we put it in the GPS and we ended up between Tennessee and Kentucky. It was down in that area. And
Larry,
I tell you what, it was a nice scenery when we went, but we had three blowouts on the trailer, and it was a brand new trailer. And it was fun going there. It took us all day and half the night to get back because we didn't stay anywhere. We just went down that morning and came back that night.
Larry, drop the link for Psychopop. And hello, Psychopop and Tina. How y'all doing tonight?
Boy, I hope this works.
Well, Larry, if you go away, we'll still be here. Well, at least I will. I may drive everybody away, but I'll be here. You can come back again. So don't worry about it.
I don't know why it does that. Did it go?
I don't see it. They may.
I hit it
They
again.
may, but I don't see it yet.
There it is.
There you go.
Sometimes you can just barely touch that thing and it freaking pops up. And other times you gotta push on it and push on it. And then when you're pushing on it, it just goes everywhere.
All right, Pop, get up here.
Yeah, he's the one that I was talking about. It was in Pennsylvania. He had a bunch of cars that his son and them took in, and that's like the car batteries. Heck, for car batteries around here, they pay you $20 for a big one, and like a lawnmower battery, they pay you $12.
I'm not sure how much they pay up here. I think it's still 5. I don't know.
And that's like cans. Cans was 55 cents last week.
A pound?
Yeah. I just couldn't believe how much some stuff's going for. And everybody's like, well, just wait till June.
They're still paying 10 cents, or is it 5 cents? I think it's 5 cents. No, it might be 10 cents a bottle up here. And I've got at least 12 bags, and we're talking the great big old black bags.
Yeah.
Full of bottles that I need to take in. And I haven't done that yet, so I need to get my lazy butt working it.
But that's like brass and copper. It's up there real high too.
Pop, can you hear us?
Oh yeah, I'm just listening.
But yeah, that's what I said. Pop, when he was up in Pennsylvania, heck, it was playing pretty good up there during junk prices years ago. He was getting almost $500 or $800 a car.
That's when junk was up.
Wow.
Junk hasn't been up for what, the last 5-10 years?
Yeah, but they're saying it's up now. But that's like me and Pop. We took a van in about 5 years ago, and we got $1,000 out of that van.
I remember that. And had the motor fall off the damn trailer.
Yeah, but no. There's a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, it's hard to keep up with any of it.
Oh, Pops, don't you know about the truck drivers? Haven't you been keeping up with them?
Oh my God, yes. I'm so pissed off right now. It's pitiful.
That's better.
Okay.
The People's Convoy, man. The organizers of the People's Convoy ripped the people off. It was not the People's Convoy was nothing but a scam. But now Santa took it over. It's called the 1776 Restoration Movement, and the man's going to do some good. He's going to do. He's got a good head on his shoulders. Yeah, Larry can tell you how much I'm caught up with that stuff.
Yeah, but like I told her, every day it changes. It's hard to even keep up with it.
Oh, I watch 5 or 6 streams at a time. I trust me, I keep up with it.
I can't, and I won't do that because that would just send me into a spiral down that wouldn't even be funny. Back January 6th, after the election, I used to watch Fox News all the time. I very, very seldom watch it.
Fox, the mainstream media, or they're nothing but a bunch of liars. I'm sorry, that's exactly what they are. NBC, Fox, ABC, none of them know how to tell the truth. You need to watch a live streamer. I watch Santa. I watch First Responders Media. There's another one too, Oreo, and there's a preacher one I watch. And they're right on it. They're right on everything. They're right on the dot and everything, and it's really cool.
I watch all them.
Remember, people, all these people in the government, they work for us.
They may work for us, but they are not doing their jobs.
Exactly. Period. No, they're not. They're not doing their jobs. They're taking advantage of us is what they're doing.
Yeah, because they know 95% of the people don't really care what's going on up there. That's honestly what they think. And they think, well, the other percent that does actually care what's going on up there is the Democrats that's going to let them do whatever they want anyway.
Oh, I know. But like I said, that's what they're doing. They're doing right now. Santa has it. And instead of running down to DDC every day and doing laps, which didn't do a bit of good, all they do is, they laughed at him. He's going to the small towns around Washington, handing out flyers and talking to the people, trying to get people to come together and understand. Listen, I don't know if I can share the link I got. If I still got it, I don't know. But
you might be able to put it in chat.
No, yeah, I got it pulled up there. Let me see if I can find it. Santa talking good tonight, man. And I tell you, he had a hell of a. He really made a lot of sense. I listened to him real close and everything else, and I'd stand behind him 100%. I'm gonna get some stuff out of the way.
Larry.
Yeah.
Put that cigarette down.
Why is it smoking?
There, people. You want to watch Santa and listen to what he thinks. This man really believes in the Constitution and everything else. Listen to him. I just posted the link. That man, he's going to do good things.
I hope so.
No, Larry, what it is I quit smoking back in January. I haven't had a cigarette since, and today I've been wanting one. And then you show up with the cigarette. Put it down. Well, I don't want to see it.
I got 2 bad habits. I rub too. So when I ain't smoking, I rub too. I gotta keep one bad habit.
Oh, you can keep the cigarette. I'm just saying, don't let me see you smoking it. I really
Oh,
want one right now. Really, really bad.
well, well, the thing is, if you quit, you might as well not ever pick. I wish I wouldn't just put them down and not pick them up ever again.
Well, I quit smoking when I was pregnant with both my boys. I had the oldest one maybe a month, and me and the baby and his daddy is driving in a small pickup, and he said something. I don't know what he said, but he made me mad, and I was like, "You need to stop at that gas station." He's like, "Okay, for what?" I said, "Don't worry about it." He said, "Well, you don't need no cigarettes." I said, "Look, buddy," I said, "either I get a cigarette or you die. It doesn't matter to me. I could do either or." He stopped.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing I hide my face.
That's a good thing, what, hun?
I'm hiding my face.
He smokes like
It's a
a
good
train.
thing.
I smoke like a freight train.
Oh, darling. So did I. In fact, I was doing good for a long time. I kept it to a pack or under, a day.
Yeah.
And before I quit, I was doing a pack and a half to 2 packs a day. I was like, you know what? Gotta stop this.
That's like a carton of cigarettes here. Heck, you're $60, $80 carton.
Exactly.
Montego, 42.16.
I go up to the reservation here, which is about
Some up there.
20 miles. Huh? What was that?
Pop bought some up there at that Indian reservation. They was $2 a carton.
Yep. I remember that.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Uh-uh.
That was the ones that the Indians rode.
So you were getting the bagged? Yeah. I don't know how much those are. I never bought those.
It was like $20 a carton, and that. But they rode, but they're not that great. Sometimes they were too hard. You couldn't inhale them, and sometimes you couldn't.
I used to get the Senecas. When I quit smoking, they were $25 a carton, I believe it was. And I was like, when I started smoking them, they were like $10 a carton.
Yeah, I used to live up there in Batavia, New York. We used to go to the Indian reservations up there and buy the cigarettes. They were cheaper up there.
Yeah, well, that's where I go, up to that Indian reservation up there. Right there close to Batavia. I live on the other side of Batavia, close to Geneseo.
Oh, okay. It's probably the same one. I might have passed and didn't know it.
It's quite possible, Dora. Quite possible. Especially since I live right on the main drag between Batavia and Geneseo. So if you went to Geneseo, you had to go.
Were you that lady that yelled at me for putting my cigarette out in the parking lot?
No, honey, because I just stopped smoking in January. And I haven't been. Well, I do go to Batavia every now and then. In fact, I went today and bought a couple of trees. But no, chances are I probably would have came up to you and said, "Can I have one?"
Batavia's a nice place. I liked it up there, but I miss my family.
Darling, it is too cold up here.
You got too much snow.
Exactly. It's too cold. Wouldn't be so bad if it didn't get to negative 20 and 25, you know?
Well, see, I was up there during the summer. I was smart when I left before that.
You left.
Oh, you
I
didn't get a
came.
good feel of it. I mean, there's been summers up here where I've had to wear a jacket all summer because it's just been that cold.
Wanted to go to that park up there, but never did have a chance to make it there.
Latchworth?
Was it that amusement park?
Oh, Darien Lake.
Yeah, that's it. I heard it's nice, but I never did make it there.
We went there a couple of times, and I can honestly say it wasn't worth the money.
Well, maybe then it's a good thing I did make it there.
Yeah.
It really wasn't worth the money. I mean, I've been to better parks down south than this one up here.
But they know how to draw you in and take you. That's it. They all overcharged. Now Kennywood was nice. It was $20 a person. Was a little, I thought was a little high. Then it went up to $35 a person, and I won't go there no more. But I still want to ride the Steel Phantom.
I don't ride that stuff. When I went in probably 80s up to Kennywood when they had the wooden roller coasters, that did me in.
They still got they still got them. It's called the Racers. They're still wooden, and they got another one right there at the beginning of the lot, right there at the beginning. It's still wooden. But they got that new one called the Steel Phantom. I'd love to ride it. It's supposed to be one of the fastest roller coasters around this area, anyhow.
Well,
They
I know
railroad it.
there was one that you stand up on and you ride it forward and then you got to ride it backwards. I said, not me. Not standing up.
Oh no, I would not standing up. I wouldn't be able to hold on.
Well,
And
you got bars that hold you in, but not me.
I had a hard time with the drop tower in the Kennywood. It took you way out. The only you see down below you was the river, and it was like, that scared the hell out of me. And I left.
Yeah.
Hey, Lori, I sent you a message a couple days ago. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Yeah, I seen Lori last night over at David's. I asked her if she's doing okay. She said, yeah. I went over and showed everybody how big my turkeys are. Boy, they're growing.
You said that was last night, Larry?
Yeah, it was last night. I showed everybody.
I haven't been going over David's lately. Good gravy.
Cam's on. Sales is on.
There's one of my turkeys.
Darling, that's a big bird. Still in a cage in that house.
No, I got a pen here beside the greenhouse. And,
Yeah.
But we're getting a new building put in, and right now the coons gets after them.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that.
One time we had about 160 different kinds of birds, and the raccoons came in and killed 26 of them.
Wow.
And they didn't eat them. That was the bad part about it. They just went in and killed them. And I was like, what am I going to do? And then the next morning we started catching them and stuff. We caught 26 in one night.
Dang.
But no, raccoons are bad here. Coyotes are bad here. Foxes. Coyotes are real bad. We have an open season all year round here for coyotes.
That's everywhere, I think.
I haven't seen them.
Whenever we were living down in Texas, it was open season down there for coyotes.
Well, that's like here the coyote was mixing in with let me think of the name of them. Something not prairie dog. I can't remember. They was mixing with another kind of dog here from up north. But they was intertwined, and everybody said they get bigger now. I'm not really sure.
Well, I know in southern Illinois, when we lived down there, coyotes were about, and they, wild dogs would be out and about, and then the coyotes would come in and they would mix in with the pack of wild dogs, and it got to be really
I can't
hairy
remember.
there for a while. Well,
Do
what was
you
that?
remember that, Pops?
Huh?
Do you remember what them coyotes was mixing with?
They were called yeah, they were mixing with wolves.
It was something like that.
They were called coy wolf.
Coy wolf, that's what it was.
Huh.
They were mixing with the wolves from up north, up in Canada, I guess, where they were coming from.
It was something coy, I know that.
Coy wolf.
But they said they was getting big.
I didn't think wolves and coyotes mixed.
Oh,
they were.
Don't ask me. Yeah. Has anybody else got anything to talk about?
Not really.
Yeah. You just made me, Edna just made me grab my nuts and cringe.
Why?
Because you ruined Jasper.
Oh, yeah.
You ripped his nuts off.
Jasper. I tell you what, he's calmed down a lot. You wouldn't believe how much he's calmed down.
Oh, I figured you would.
Yeah. But the first day he laid around a little bit, and then the second day he got a little better. Third day he got better, and now he's really good. He's not headbutting. He's not jumping from.
Oh hell! If your nuts were sore, you wouldn't be headbutting and jumping around either.
Yeah, but he was bad.
No nuts.
A few weeks ago, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had to went down there to feed him, and he hit her in the shin. She thought he broke her leg.
Oh, you figure, you need another goat. You need another goat So
I
he
don't.
has, so he has a play
I
toy.
got enough animals. Yeah, I got
Uh,
enough.
Randy just had a bunch more.
I know. They're. I should have did a video when he had them out today. They're only about 4 or 5 inches long. Yeah, I should have did a video. He's got 2 females.
Didn't he have 3? Yeah, he had 2 so far. He has like 3 more
Yeah.
pregnant.
But yeah, I wish I would have did a video today when I was there. But I can do it this week maybe. Cause I'll be back over there this week.
Yeah.
Everybody will probably fall in love with them and want to buy them.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. People love those. I think Julie's got 2 of them.
Yeah, but the thing is, those little apple goats, they're hard to find. Yeah, did you see them?
Not yet. I was over that way. I wasn't even paying attention.
One of them's black and the other one's like reddish tan.
I like
And
the one. He's got one over there. It's almost all black. I'd love to have him, but hell, I ain't got no yard.
no,
I'd get anything. I want a husky.
I like to have another German Shepherd, but I'll wait for right now.
I
One
want a
will come
wolf
up.
hybrid.
A what, hun?
A wolf hybrid.
Oh, I had one of them. I don't like them. I had 2 of them.
Oh, I do. They are great protectors.
Oh yeah, they are. Until the wild comes out. I had 2 for 10 years, and they had room. They roamed from the house to the fenced in part I had, and back they could run back and forth. And they started turning on me, and I had them since pups. I saved them because their mother got killed, so I saved them, and they were great protector. They were really hell. They played. They're just like huskies, played and everything else. In about 10 years out there, I don't know if they got a hold of something bad or what, but they started turning. I had to call the game commission to come get them and set them free somewhere, because if not, they would have killed me or somebody around us. You gotta be careful, mainly if you take them out of the wild. You gotta be careful because that wild can always come back.
Well, every dog is like that, really.
No, that's true. But they really surprised me when they did that. It just like somebody hit a switch and they started turning. And I loved the dogs. Called them Pete and Repeat.
But I don't know. I don't think I'd have a dog that bite, but sometimes you get dogs that nip once in a while. Michael's dog nips me every chance he gets.
Buddy. I love Buddy.
Yeah.
Remember Bailey? Bailey didn't like you.
Bailey didn't either, but last night I went over to get a cup of coffee and I was on the phone talking, and Michael thought I was doing something to the dog, and the only thing I was doing was getting a cup of coffee, and he came after me like he wanted to nip me. But I can't even, like I said, when I walk through the hallway, that dog will be sitting there by the door, and he's like, just dares me to go in his room, and he'll nip you every time.
Well, I know when I first met Buddy, Buddy went after me.
Yeah. But I don't hear too much out of Miss Blue Moon.
She just said Larry said Jasper lays by the chickens and clucks now.
Oh yeah, he definitely does.
That'd be cute.
You wouldn't want to have seen him last week. What he was doing down there.
Why?
He wanted to be a chicken.
that would have been awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't too good.
Well, I guess I can show my face now.
He was even clucking like a chicken.
I figured I'd show my face fluid since I ain't smoking right now. That way T. Lee ain't taking her ban after me.
No, she'd probably roll up a newspaper and start smoking.
That'd be a hell of a joint.
No,
But-
that would be too rough.
that would, yeah, you're right. That would be harsh.
But last night when I got $20 worth of diesel fuel, I only got 3 gallons.
Oh, I knew you won't get much. And it's supposed, I heard gas is supposed to be up about by midsummer. Gas is supposed to be up around $10 a gallon. I'm buying a damn e-bike.
One of the electric
I'm
bikes.
going to afford her in it.
I like to know where they're going to put all these charging stations.
They're going to probably turn gas stations into electric stations.
Well, how are they going to run them? They're going to need electricity, and they don't want to dig for coal. How are they going to keep electricity going?
Well, we had an aluminum plant not too far from here. Well, it was called Ormet, but anyway, it went down about 5 or 6 years ago. The gas company bought it, and they started running everything off of gas. Well, now they frack, and they're turning it into like an electric plant. They put in turbos, these big turbines in the river, and they're creating power now. And I was wondering
if Biden would get up, go ahead. Go ahead, Haley.
All I was going to say was, even with turbines like that, not every place is going to be able to have a turbine. You know what I'm saying? You can't just you just can't put one willy-nilly everywhere. You just can't do it.
I agree.
And I am sorry, but the windmills and the solar, that is not going to be enough to power the country. It just ain't going to do it.
Oh, they're already saying we're going to have surges all summer long.
That could be the reason why they're hollering to get rid of the cows and the animals, is because just to do that, you would have to take every pasture and every empty spot to put a solar panel just to get enough power.
But see, if they do that, they take all the animals. Where are we getting our food from? Not very smart.
Not very smart at all.
It's not very smart. I mean, up here in New York, when I go down to pick up Tony or my son from their job, you can see part of this mountain they've taken and cut a strip down, cut down all the trees and removed everything, grass, everything. And Tony said it was for the power lines because they're putting up windmills. And I'm like, so the Green New Deal, you have to remove the trees, which they're yelling about they need for windmills that are killing birds.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like a Green New Deal to me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It,
Somebody
I
had
just
their head in the wrong place.
they didn't even think about the stuff. I just think they just throw it out of there as soon as it slips out of their mouth.
We're gonna end up in the horse and buggy days. Yeah, you watch. That's what we're heading for.
It'll go back to a repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
But
go
if
right back.
Biden would get off his dead ass and let the people work the wells again and open those pipelines, we'd have oil. We'd have gas. He's the one that
Well,
shut everything down.
last week was our last coal mine shut down.
Did the other one shut down?
Yep, it's
One
done
down over
for
the hill?
Yep, it's done for good.
Okay, so how are they going to power those electric cars if coal mines are all shut down?
Well, they took them and they switched them over to these new stacks that burns gas.
Okay, that goes again. They shut the coal mines down. They shut the pipeline down. They shut the wells down. And we were already told between Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia, we get enough oil and gas underneath us to last us the next 1,000 years. But they shut all that down. No, and he don't want to buy from overseas. He's trying to shut that down. What the hell? Where's he taking us to?
Well, they want us to buy off everybody else because they got stocks in it. That's why.
But they're talking about they won't let Russia come back in. They won't buy out Russia no more because of what's going on. And right now, Ukraine and there's another country or two around them. They're not letting them come in, or they can't ship it out because they're fighting over there, and everything over there is getting destroyed. And we had a big blowout with Saudi Arabia. So
we're just headed down the wrong road.
Our politicians are fucking everything up. Tell the truth.
Oh, they've already done that.
No, they're doing, and it's going to get worse until we get the ones that are in there messing everything up. Nothing's never going to be the same. Okay, I gotta go into hiding.
Hide mode, huh?
Oh yeah. Close your ears for a minute. Tell you about later.
Oh,
I've got one for you.
But no, it's like last night I was going to come on, and I told Miss Blue Moon, I said I should have did it from the boat when we was out in the water. I said they could have seen them West Virginia hills.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty neat.
That's nice looking across the river right there.
Yeah, they could have seen all them West Virginia mountains going down the river.
I've seen it on the road. They're really pretty whenever you're driving down through there.
Well, it's pretty up around by Batavia too. I liked it up there. They got a lot of vegetable farms up there. I know that.
I don't think the Batavia area is very pretty. That just because the coldest area. I just living in this area because of the cold. I'm ready to go back down south. I have to tell you. Do what, hon?
I said move south. I lived in Alabama. I loved it too, but it was too far away from family. That's the only thing that brought me back up. And, during the winter months, I bitch because it's too cold. During the summer months, I don't want to go down south because it's too hot. I can't figure myself out.
Well, see, me, I love the heat, so the hotter the better. And if you knew my family, you'd understand why I have no problem living this far away from them. They're much crazier than I am.
That's everybody's family.
But I did like you. I'd rather have the heat.
I'd rather have the heat myself. This cold gets in your bones, and you can't ever get warm until spring hits.
That's why I like a wood stove. That heat will go straight to your bones.
Well, you know, in this county that I'm living in right now, you can, well, not the county so much as the city area, which is not really a city. It's just like a bunch of little towns. If you blink, you miss it. But in this area, you cannot have a fireplace or a wood stove unless it was put in before, and I'm not even sure what year. I think it was before we got up here.
I miss the wood heat. I miss being able with the wood heat. It's so much better.
Isn't it something about, like, when you're talking about that, because it has to be in the grandfather law?
Yeah, it's grandfathered in. They were wanting there was a guy in this area that was wanting to put a windmill in on his property just for him, not for anybody else, and they wouldn't let him.
You know, that's like driving a boat. Anybody from 1982, it was born from 1982, can drive a boat, but anybody that's been born after that, they got to go through classes.
Oh, they're in for a trip. I'm getting a boat.
Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, I really don't care about driving a boat. I'm not into that, so they can keep that law all they want.
But that's like me. I don't care to drive, but I like being out there fishing on the water. I just need a driver.
I was born in 57. Let me drive.
You drive. I'll let Marty be my driver.
You're in for a trip.
Good
I
thing we
want
got
I want a pontoon if I do anything.
I like to have a pontoon. But it's just like this boat that we got. It's 14 feet long. But, you know, it's a good fishing boat, but it takes a lot for the upkeep on it. Because you got to clean the mud, the water gets it all nasty. And much upkeep it takes. Heck, a big boat, it's going to take a lot of upkeep.
And that's why I will never own a boat. Just saying.
Yeah, it's got a lot of upkeep to it.
Anything does anymore. Even cars.
Yeah,
Now, I wouldn't mind having friends that had a boat, but I won't ever have a boat.
I like to have a nice houseboat.
I had a houseboat, I wouldn't be here.
Exactly, Pops.
I live in that all year long. South in the winter, north in the summer, or mediocre.
I watched a video last night that some old man built a houseboat. I tell you what, if I had a chance to have that, I'd probably do the same thing.
Well, I tell you, I would be okay in a houseboat, except during hurricane season, and then I'd have to take it north.
Yep.
Just for that season, which is what, maybe a month or so, couple months.
Or even you go down there, once you know that the hurricane's coming in, you can always go north. Wait till the hurricane's over, go back down.
Exactly.
It's just the damn tornadoes. You don't know where they're going or where they're going to pop up. And they can pop up at any time, anywhere.
That's true. I mean, even up here, when was it rain? Last week. It was last week sometime we had this great big old rain. And I was checking my phone, and there's a tornado watch not 20 miles from me. You know? I'm like, wow. Huh. Interesting.
No, it's like later we had that real hard rain, real hard winds, and everything else. I went out the porch to see what was going on, and hell, we had funnel clouds. I actually seen a funnel cloud up above me. So I know damn well. I thought, oh shit, we're going for a ride now. But it went across, but it didn't touch down. But it might as well. I got a white and blue trailer. It's all white, and the whole side of my trailer was green from the leaves. It just blew all the leaves on the side, put a dent in my Jeep and everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I seen all those leaves.
I got a dent above my door, the driver's side door, and one I think in the back over top the driver's side passenger door too, from that storm. And put a hell of a dent above the door.
Hey, Larry. Miss
Yeah.
Blue Moon said to fix your hair.
I was about ready to ask her if she wanted me to fix my hair. Are you guys getting a storm right now?
Who, me?
Anybody? Is anybody? It looks like it's going to storm here. The wind's picking up. I was
They're
wondering.
calling for storms here tomorrow.
Well, we're supposed to have rain tomorrow, but I haven't even looked outside lately. Hang on a minute.
You don't want to look outside, do you? Tell the truth.
It's hard. It's hard to tell what it's going to do from day to day. Tomorrow, Katie graduates tomorrow.
You say they can't. Okay, Wednesday.
Nope, it's actually very calm outside right now. And for a change, it's not cold out there at night. But then again, I'm not standing outside, you know. Oh Lord, I wish I had.
They're calling for thunderstorms here tomorrow and Friday. And rain
Yeah.
Saturday.
Here too.
Usually what we get, you guys get too. Oh man, I'm a dumbass.
You guys still here?
No, we left.
Oh, I was wondering if you were still here. It was pretty quiet.
I was looking at the weather thing.
I was reading chat. Edna wants a pontoon.
A pontoon, yeah.
Sissy loves hers.
Oh, Sissy's got one. Well,
Holy shit.
maybe we can trade her our fishing boat for her pontoon.
Nah, I don't think so. She loves her pontoon. I think she would fight you over.
That's probably what I should have traded my big camper for. Should have traded him for a big pontoon.
Oh, that you traded that camper for was for that boat?
No, I should have traded my big camper in for a big pontoon.
You still got the camper?
Yeah, I still got my big camper.
Well, I'm gonna steal that off you. I'll see if I can get this property down here off of Kings Highway and I'll put it there. Come on, damn it.
The only bad thing is I wouldn't want to be pulling it with you'd have to have a big truck.
Oh, you're gonna pull it, but once you pull it, if I could get that property down there, you'd pull it there and it wouldn't be going nowhere else. Trust me. I still I gotta find out who owns that. Even if I could build a tiny house down there, that way I don't have to put up $1 goddamn rent.
Now Edna is trying to get Sissy to trade her pontoon for your
Camper.
Camp. Yeah, she wants something that you can put about 8 or 10 people on the fish.
Larry is trying to get rid of my
House?
house.
That camper.
Is saying at Edna, Larry is trying to get rid of my house. So you can't get rid of the camper because Miss Blueman is going to move into there. So you just going to have
Come
to
on
keep
over, Miss Blue Man, we'll beat them up.
Well, everybody thinks that's a guest house.
Because that's what the gas people you living around here. You know that.
Yeah, but everybody says, boy, that's a nice camper. That'd make a nice guest house, wouldn't it?
Well, you go to get rid of it, but I'm going to have Miss Blue Man come over and meet me. We're both going to come in and beat you up.
Oh, okay.
Just for Blue Moon. Just so you don't sell, get rid of Miss Blue Moon's house.
I still got a big barn.
I live in it.
We'll even give her a sleeping bag. It's got a pretty nice loft in it.
It does at that. As long as you don't hit it, as long as you don't step into one hole.
Yeah, there's one hole that we throw hay down. As long as you don't get up in the middle of the night and step down it.
Sissy said she'll ship it to you.
Well, you're not getting rid of the camper because that's Miss Blueman's house. So you're just going to have to keep it and
I
suck
just
it up,
have to keep
dude.
Oh, you're a deep shit. Miss Blueman's pissed at you.
But,
goes, I see how you are, Larry. You're not my best friend no more. But anyway.
nah, like I said, I'm just glad I can come on here and talk to some people. 'Cause boy, there's just been so much controversy on other shows. It's like I don't even want to go on there.
I haven't been on David's in a while.
Yeah. But yeah,
But that's not.
I like. Yeah, I just like coming on here and talking once in a while to different people.
I go talk to Cam once in a while, but I don't go on his show. I just type to him.
I get tired typing. Yeah, the only reason I did this show here is because just to have somebody to talk to and different people, and that's the only reason why I did a channel.
Hey, I can get Larry. And go ahead.
So what you're saying, Larry, is Edna is not good enough to talk to no more?
Oh,
Is that what you're saying?
I talk to her all the time. And I talk to all my animals, so I get bored talking to them.
Dude, if you're talking to your animals, then you're fine.
Oh.
You talk to your plants. I've seen you do that.
Yeah. Well, they're growing.
Darling, I talk to myself, I argue with myself, and I agree with myself. So I'm fine.
Yeah, I argue with myself and lose.
Yeah, I argue with myself and lose.
Good night, Sissy.
Yeah, thanks for
Sissy
coming.
Poo.
But yeah, that's the only reason me and Miss Blue Moon and Edna wanted different people to talk to, and that's the only reason we started this channel. Because you can talk to somebody on the phone and
Uh-oh.
it's okay.
Larry, you are in trouble. I don't know what you did, but Edna says, yeah, Larry, you're in trouble, mister. Wait till I get the bullbuster out, laughing out loud.
Oh, I bet.
You just better hope she don't get a hold of that taser.
Well, if you come over.
Oh, you got
Oh, yeah, I got a taser for. I carry in my back pocket for if. Because I used to have a pretty rowdy bull,
Good night,
uh,
Sister K.
but sometimes when he was little, I'd get out there and mess with him a lot. And then when he got about 2,500 pounds, he thought he could still do it. And I wouldn't want to get in there with him.
I
'Cause
bought
he was
you that taser because of what he did to the tractor that day.
He picked my whole tractor up and started shoving it down the hill.
oh,
That scared the hell out of me.
But and it's rear wheel drive, so when you pick the back end up off the ground, you don't have no brakes, and he just shoved it right out of the way.
With you on
that's
it.
time for hamburger, fresh hamburger.
Yeah, he got rid of him.
Yeah, I got rid of him because he was about 8 or 9 years old, and he
He
started
was a
getting.
he was a good bull and a good breeder, but you couldn't handle him no more. Ever since he lost his girlfriend, he went nuts.
Yeah, he'd get kind of mean with you. But it didn't take me long to get rid of him. After I got rid of him, another guy used him for about a year, and he probably turned him into hamburger. And his calves was really big. They was over 100 pounds, his calves.
Wow.
That,
He
that
he was a stout bull too, though. I mean, he built.
when you see that bull, it's on my page. That him.
Mm.
But the new bull that I got just looks like him. Yeah, he's almost about 1.5 tons.
But I thought he was heavier than that. No, he was a big bull.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
You haven't had a bull that big since then.
Well, you should see the new bull that I got.
Is he that big?
Oh, he's probably bigger.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Does he put you in your place?
No, he's pretty calm. When you come over this week, you should check him out when you come through there.
Oh, I'm going to. I'm going to come over because I'm going to get that other tire and wheel up off of the neighbors and have you help me switch him around. Maybe I'm going to change those sway bars too. And one is a little loose.
But no, they're like I said, I got some pretty decent animals now. It took me a while to get them, but it took a lot of saving and different collecting to get the animals I got. But they're really
You
nice
got to do
animals.
it in cows though. I want to
Yeah.
get some more of that meat.
But I tell you what, farming's getting rougher every day. That's like we thought we was going to have to buy hay this year, and we had plenty of hay. Just the grass came on pretty quick. I thought we was going to have to buy it, but we didn't have to. The year before last, we had to buy almost 80 bales.
Wow, that's a lot of bells.
Yeah.
Well, you used to get a lot off of Hobots too, or whatever the hell their name is.
Holberts.
Yeah,
But,
them.
well, that year when I cut their hay, I had, I think I got that day was 1,000 square bales, and already had about maybe 250 round bales, and I still ran out.
You still get hay off of them?
Yeah, I still get hay off of them. When I can, when I can get it off of them, sometimes $2 and $3 a bale. That's better than $8 a bale, and that's why I get it off of them. I might have to use our equipment and stuff, but they use their baler. But at least they give it to me half price. Last year, I let them borrow our tractor, and they gave me all the hay last year for free.
Wow, that's nice. But
Yeah. Well, their equipment was broke down. They didn't know how they was going to cut it, and I said, "Well, you can use our equipment." So they used our equipment. So they gave us the hay.
good night, Lori.
But I say we can end this. But no, I thank all of you for coming up. Like I said, I appreciate Teely coming in here. She talked to us all night. But I wanted to make sure I got on here and told Lee J we got her Cuxton out to her.
Why is he hurrying tonight?
That was the last thing that we had to get sent out when I told everybody I'd send stuff out. But maybe later on we can do something else for some of the people that's in here. I still like to get Lori C something. I think she's the only one I didn't send anything out to.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going. I gotta take my pills. Then I'll be out in about a half hour.
But thank you all for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
Like
you.
I said, I'll be looking for you this week sometime. Are you going to graduation tomorrow?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I want to get that Jeep completely legal before I do anything.
Yeah. Boy, the neighbor got a little bit upset out there today, didn't he?
I thought it hilarious.
I wish I would have had my video player
You should
running.
have videoed that to prove it to him because he's still calling you a liar.
I wish I'd had my video camera.
You should have taken You should have took a video of it on your phones. He's still calling you a liar. He don't believe you.
But you know,
I know about it because I know you and then don't lie.
You know, the thing is, they took half of it to Barker's, and then they took the other half to Cambridge, and then they took some to somewhere else.
That's probably well. They said the guy gave him permission to be in that barn, but what all they took, I have no idea.
But that wasn't why the sheriff was there. The sheriff was there because they took that guy's truck.
Took the truck?
They took his truck, and then they took the doors to one place, and then they took the truck to another place.
Oh, Jesus.
And now they got to buy him a new truck, the way I understood.
Maybe that's why he got all defensive.
Yeah, but I would have been upset too.
I guess Miss Blue Moon is going. Good night, Miss Blue Moon.
Yeah. Yes, she says she's doing better now. So as long as she's got a few more things to get done, but she's getting better. She said she's getting stronger every day. That's good.
That's good. That's real good.
Yeah, she's had a rough train, but anybody that's going through what she's going through, I feel sorry for anybody.
Well, Psycho Papa's left us. Good night, Psycho.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Have a good one, Larry.
Okay, bye.